Hello everybody, my name is Serki, and I wanted to show you my accomplishments on the official public server before the map wipes. Originally I wanted to show you what a bunch of people I played with have done as well, and I'm still thinking about it, but the video is already too long for my liking, so if you're interested, I was considering streaming it around Christmas time, and then I can show you like a bunch of interesting builds, a bunch of tips and tricks that I've learned over like my thousands of hours of playing this game. So if you are interested about that, just let me know and we can set up a stream, as I mentioned before. Without further ado, let's just get into the video. You might notice, if you're paying attention to my map, is that the coordinates are quite large. Why is that? Well, on this map, they decided to put the archives very far away, so people don't raid it in the first day of them, of opening the new world. Which I thought was cool, but it took us 3 real-life days just to come to these coordinates, and yeah, so that's why the coordinates are so large. Now, I will show you everything slowly at a time, and I want to show you like the history of this world. Of course, I encourage everyone to come and check out the server before they reset the map. Let me show you around. One of the first things I built here is this, and you may see, oh, what is this? This is just like nothing here. Well, yeah, kinda, because I never finished it, because I always kept adding more projects, and I thought, oh, I have unlimited time, I can finish it whenever. But, yeah, I no longer have unlimited time, and I cannot finish it. But anyway, how do you enter? You run. No fall damage, nothing. This is my ladder idea, this is the first of its kind, and I just used the dry fence. Later iteration, I use chisel blocks, so they always 100% put you in the middle. There's no chance for you to hit this edge, which would make you take fall damage, but if you get stuck between 2 ladders, you just take no fall damage. And I think that's cool. Another thing I discovered is this ladder thing. Well, I think someone posted it in Discord. I don't remember if I discovered it on my own. I think someone posted it in Discord. So what you can do is just run. And it's a lot faster than like, somebody messed with it and broke it, which is great, because I'm not logged in, not been walking here recently, but yeah, you just run. It's a lot faster than a ladder, and it's a lot faster than stairs. It's a lot steeper as well. So it sucks that somebody decided to break it, but I don't have a chisel on me, do I? Of course I don't. But yeah, it is what it is, Can't do anything about it. Anyway, this is, it's a server, so of course there's someone gonna go and destroy your stuff, because why wouldn't they? It's free to destroy stuff. It's not like anyone's gonna punish you for it. Anyway. Let's enter the first thing I built. The first thing I built, I found this translocator, and it's like, it goes to this cool cave. And I thought it was cool, so I wanted to keep it, and you can see inside. So then I made like these fences and everything. I chiseled a little bit here and there. You can see I made like my own wooden beams, because I was still pretty new. When I built this, wooden beams basically just came out. So that's why there's no wooden beams in this. But yeah, this is my pet in a jar. Don't ask why he's in a jar, you do not want to know. Anyway, back here is the pub area. And yeah, there's nothing really in here worth your while. Right? I just discovered you can put stuff in bookshelves. But I didn't claim it, so people just took stuff out because they wanted to, I guess. But yeah, you can put anything in a bookshelf using chutes. Yeah. So then also I chiseled like some glasses, as you can see, and then up here. So then I chiseled some of the mugs up here, as you can see, for decoration. I left some real ones so you can actually give people alcohol. And I was gonna make alcohol up here. But I never finished this area. So yeah. There were other projects that were more important. As I was working on this, I realized I need this and this and that. So I started working on that. So yeah. This is a real fake door, because it's a real door, but it's fake, I spent a lot of hours chiseling the gears and stuff, and this one is pretty good. I like this one. This one is not perfect, it needs to be adjusted a bit. I think this side isn't long enough, and these are thicker than this. I think I don't remember, but anyway, I was like gonna do a lot of stuff with it, but I never ended up finishing it. So I started this game, which is why I was building this bar, being a clockmaker, right? So a lot of locusts, you can hack them, and they can be your friends. Turns out, clockmaker thing, the locusts are terrible. They have terrible AI. They like do no damage. They die super fast. They don't respawn. So it's like no point. So how would you tame the locusts that are in there? Well, basically, is it Temporal Storm? It is Temporal Storm. Love it. So basically, you can aggro them. Well, you used to be able to aggro them. They would aggro through Plez, like this. You stand here, and then they would climb up here. Maybe we can get them to do it. Yeah. And then if you walk here, it would come here. Maybe if I remove this. Excuse me, sir. You're not welcome in my pub. One came through, you would kill it, and then you can hack it, and it's all good. And they hide from a temporal storm, and I will bring you back after it's ended. So anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, the locust would walk through there, drop down here, and you can then kill them or hack them or whatever. The original plan was they would drop through here, and you can just hack them through glass. Hi. You can just hack them through glass, like standing here. But they didn't want to come unless this was open, so yeah, you have to figure stuff out. That's why the trapdoor was there, basically. Like that. So they would fall there. But that ended up not working, so you have to like get them through, and they're easy to kill, so it was really easy to deal with. Yeah, so unfortunately the pets or you know, locusts are trash, so hopefully they improve them in the future. I do not know. We'll see. And yeah, that's basically, this is a place where I learned chiseling. I learned that you can combine blocks, so you can see like some posts are going up, some are going to the side. I learned about, you know, I made cups and stuff, so I was pretty proud of this place. Let's leave this tuning. Oh, it's already playing there. That's fine. We can just stay here. I don't care. Anyway, that's the first place I built, and I'm kind of proud of it, especially like I was learning still to build and stuff. So it's kind of finished. Like, it can be used, no problem, but it's not perfect, right? So that's fine. Bro, I am tripping. What happened? Look, it's no longer missing. It's like, it's there. Everything's there. What? That's weird as hell. Maybe that's why they're resetting the world, because stuff like that is happening, which is weird, but yeah. See, it works perfectly. It's pretty fast. So, yeah. Anyway. But yeah, I built this entire path, like, by myself. And it's quite a long path, as you may see. Like, it goes all the way down here. Like, that's the path I built. There's plenty of stuff people built here I want to show off. Especially people that played with me. I'm gonna show off their stuff. And I might show off some other stuff, we'll see. Anyway, all of this stone came from a single place, single quarry, which is right here. This quarry provided me enough stone to build this entire path. And that's not that bad, you know. Honestly, it's not good. It's not a lot of it's not a lot of digging, but it's not little either, you know. It did take me quite a bit. And especially I think I did it with iron tools, because we still didn't have steel up here. So I'm glad I get to show you this place in spring, because I think it is quite pretty. Even though, you know, players came through and they cut some of the trees and stuff like that, but yeah. Some people added lights though, so it's not like everybody just destroys everything. But yeah, some people added lights, and that's very nice of them. Okay, yeah, so there's this pretty bench here, you can see it, and you can have a nice view. So that's exactly why someone built a house there, because this was a wonderful view here. It even made a little bridge. But yeah, as you can see, it's quite scenic. It's very nice. I'm gonna take screenshots. Anyway, let's continue running down the road. So this mountain was starting to like steep up here, slowly, and like up here, and I cut through that, and everything's fine, like here. But then it would just suddenly drop down. So I filled it all in with dirt and stuff and made it look like natural terrain. So this all wasn't here before. All of this dirt on the side. It was just, as you can see, there is a bit of flat there, so you can see where I added some stuff. But it was like straight drop down. So I couldn't build a nice path with just dropping straight down. So yeah, I kind of had to level everything off. Yeah, you can see some of the work. I tried to make it look as natural as possible. I added some trees there to like tree to block it off, but somebody cut it down, as you can see. So that's not ideal. But yeah. Anyway, welcome to the archives. So originally it was just this board for people that come, but then the game became super popular and people started like playing like the server was always full and people started coming here and whatever. So archives, as you can see, it's quite far away, and it took us 3 real life days of just walking, like literally 3 days of just walking to get here, because this was before you can like elks and stuff. Archive was just added, so you can see like how many people came after. But because you could only walk here, what we ended up doing is making entire translocator chain. As you can see, like one goes here, and then we made a translocator chain with a road all the way back to spawn, basically. So it's all connected now, and it only takes you 1.5 hours instead of 3 real life days. So I think that's great. I love that. Another thing that exists, and this is our way to get to spawn, is terminus translocator, right? So you put a temporal here, and it will teleport you to the last place you died. So how do we use that? Well, basically, I have another account that has spawn set right here, and usually everybody has their spawn set here because then they can just walk in and teleport. But yeah, you have spawn set here, and then you leave a spawn. And then when you want to transport something from here to spawn, you die, you pick up whatever you want out of the storage, and then you just walk here, and you're back to spawn. And that's how we basically sell stuff to spawn. If we want to transport stuff back, we use an auction house. And you put stuff in an auction house, and then you cancel them, and then the trader uses 1 gear, but you can pick them up wherever you want in a world. So that's really cool. I might show that, I might not, I don't know. It depends how lazy I feel with the editing. So the first, and this used to be the biggest thing, I think it's still the biggest thing at the archive, is, you can see, is this tower. We're not gonna go yet to it, but yeah, this is like, when you go to the entrance, this is what you see. What is it here? Well, these used to have bears inside, but I think someone killed them. Okay, so 1 bear is still here, that's good. 1 polar bear. So there's bears in there. What is this? So this is, while we were traveling, one of the people that were traveling with us, they basically wrote a book. So we copied, you cannot copy exact book unless you rewrite it. So we copied the book into these pages, and then you can see this is when he started walking, and every so often, as you can see, like 37,000 blocks, 42,000 blocks, 66,000 blocks, 133,000 blocks, and so on, is all the track to the archives. This is when he arrived at the archives, as you can see, and there are some other notes. And here's the book right here for a full book, if you want to read through it. There are, of course, it's a person writing this, so there are, like, you know, there are errors and stuff, but I will show you. I will shut up and I will go through it, and you can pause and read.
This is our request board. When we used to live here, people would like request, oh, I need this or that, and you could just put it on the request board, and then someone would fill it in, and you could get your stuff that you wanted from someone else. Oh, rest in peace. There used to be a bear in here. I guess someone decided to kill him. I don't know, or he escaped. I guess he's here now. Or that's a new one. I'm not really sure, but yeah, this used to be a bear cage. So you could. A lot of stuff happened like while I was offline and I didn't play for a while because of the real life stuff. So I don't really know like what happened to everything. I do know that there were some people that looted stuff, but yeah. Anyway, this was a starter house. It was originally built just to have a place to sit and chill. And then this was like our workshop and everything, but we quickly outgrew it, so we just, this living room we left as a kitchen. I guess I'll show you the kitchen first. So, this is my design. I basically renovated and built this. This exists, it's just a little bit buggy, as you can see. I don't know why this is happening, but it is. Anyway, this is a couch I made. This is like sand or whatever, but it's a nice couch, and used to have a table in here. I do not know what happened to the table, but I guess it wasn't claimed or something. So this is another thing that I told you about. Like, you can put stuff in shelves, anything. You can literally put any item in a shelf, as long as you're using a chute. So that's why this is here. I also chiseled this. I think it turned out pretty well. But yeah, let's put this away. Like this. So yeah, I don't know. Somebody must have destroyed something because, like, I see. This is there used to be a jar lid or a jar with locust in here as well. I think it was in this corner. I'm not sure. It was somewhere in here, but seems like somebody destroyed it. So that's fine. So with renovations, I put wallpaper up, like the beams, this is where I started using beams for decoration. A little bit, not too much. But still mostly just chisel everything. So this is also chiseled like clay ovens. I think it looks pretty good. It looks pretty decent. It's halfway in a block because the door here was in the way, so you couldn't like chisel it nicely. So I just kind of put it half in a wall, and I think it looks pretty decent. It's not ideal. I wish I could have made it better, but yeah, there's some problems. I don't know what this is. I think somebody added this. This is not mine. I'm not sure. It's supposed to be the same color as this, but it's weird. This is probably why they are updating, because there are probably some issues with it. So this is why the world is resetting, I think. But yeah. So as you can see, there's like these are the shells I made. Nowadays, if I can show you, what's the recipe for it now? I don't have enough. I do have a saw one second. So nowadays, if I wanted to make doors for a shelf like this, I would just make them like solid doors, right? And let's remove this. This is how I would do it nowadays, right? I think this looks much better than what I chiseled, but at the time when I built this, it didn't exist. This didn't exist, so I didn't want to break it. So yeah, let's put that back. So you can still access stuff from down here on a shelf, but yeah, it's not ideal. I definitely would do it differently nowadays, but at the time it was another choice. So this is how I made it. I also chiseled this. This is an actual table, like white marble topped table, and this is like just to get the water out. So you can take your bucket, get the water out, and make whatever you want. Like mostly for pies, but you know. Another thing is this. I chiseled this entire stove. So this is kind of like traditional Serbian stove, like at the part of Serbia I'm from at least. They are made like white out of plaster for the most part. And yeah, they do look like this. There's like storage. There is sometimes storage up top, but usually there's like beds because it's the warmest place in a house. So that is where you would sleep. I tried to use the iron door for it, but that didn't work out quite well, so I ended up chiseling it. And then I made some... like, it looks like amber at the top, at the bottom, right? So it's like, you can see there are like grates in there, and it's like ash falls down with some of the amber. So that's cool. So this is not an actual pot with food. Like I chiseled it and named it, as you can see. It looks quite similar. Like if you're like on a glance, you look around. Yeah, it's a pot of wood on a hot stove. But yeah, if you want to cook something, it's like in there in a fire. And of course, storage for firewood, as you can see here and here. Did the same thing there. Again, this used to be our storage wall, and this used to be like a workshop here, but we didn't. We ended up moving most of the stuff. Except this. I kind of left this here because I wanted to have some use. I was gonna fix it later, but I never did. Because I stopped playing. And as you can see, yeah, everything works quite well, and we did crush quite a bit of stuff here. But this is a bit weird. It's a bug. I don't think this is supposed to work, but it does, so that's cool. This is... Why did someone... Oh, no, wait. Yep, no, someone took it. That's awful. So, this was our first farm, because when we arrived here, it was like end of the winter, and we were basically starving. Like, we basically came with no food here. Because we packed so much food on us, but we had to eat it on the way, because it took so much longer than we initially thought. So, this used to be a greenhouse with terra preta, so the food would grow as fast as possible. But I guess somebody needed the glass. So here was a chest with the seeds and glass. But I guess someone else needed it really badly. So they took it. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Another thing that I built is this cattail farm. So over there in the middle, there used to be 4 hoppers. And you would go down here with a scythe. You would walk and harvest them. And the water would carry them everywhere. I'm thinking of making a tutorial how to build this. If you are interested, like if anyone's interested, just let me know. I'll definitely work on it. But yeah, somebody apparently needed the hoppers as well, so they took them, which is unfortunate. But yeah, this is all there's like 3 of these farms that used to yield like over a stack, like I think over 2 stacks each. I'm not quite sure. But I think a stack kind of half to 2 stacks each. And a scythe would always just sit here. Okay, so there you go. You just go here and harvest them. Scythe only harvests 2 at a time, otherwise I would have made them 3 wide. So you go around in a circle, you harvest them. Yeah, it's 2.5 stacks, that's insane. But yeah, this design, I'm quite fond of the design. I think it looks pretty neat. It's not the most beautiful thing in the world, but it's functional, and it didn't take me that long to build it, honestly. So that's important with these projects. Again, I have these like stair chiseled things. I just thought it was neat, so I did it there, but I never finished it here and here. Which, it is what it is, but, you know. Maybe I thought it wasn't that important, and I was like busy with other projects, as you can see over there. I will show you that in a minute. So this is our sheep farm, which I took these sheep from like thousands of blocks away, and I moved them all the way here. That was like before traps, before anything. This is like the best way to do it now would be to entrap them, make them to have babies, and then trap the babies and bring the babies over. That's the best way nowadays. But before, there was like no real way, so you just had to do it the awful way, which is to walk them thousands of blocks. So I was here, and I had to take them like thousands of blocks. You can see the path. I had to fence it all off. up to around here, and after that, I just kind of made them chase me through the flat area and all the way here. So that is literally thousands of blocks or something, right? As you can see, this is an auto feeder for sheep, and we do have like some other creatures here as well, like tame generations. But yeah, you would put food in here when you want to feed them, and it would auto fill up the troughs, and then they would breed. Why did we do it like that? Well, as you can see, we had a lot of sheep. We had a lot more, but we ended up killing them for food. But it was a pain to just come here. Like, this didn't exist when I built that, but it was a pain to just fill this in all the time, and it's like 4 troughs, whatever. However many troughs, you constantly had to come and fill them in. So I just made some chutes, as you can see, and they're going all the way up to the chest. And they would fill in these troughs, and they would eat. And the troughs would just automatically be filled in as soon as they eat. And that's how we got them to be. I did the same thing here. I started chiseling this, and I was gonna do it because it's a block and a half tall. I was gonna do it the same everywhere, but then they updated the game, making it so the sheep and the goats would be able to climb over this. So then I just left this wall, and I'm like, okay, not touching anything. In case they make pigs, though it will make sense, but in case they make pigs be able to climb as well, yeah. Okay, and then you go up here and put in the chest food, and you get auto breeding pigs. To enter this, you cannot just crouch. You actually have to sit down and then walk forward. So I really like that, because nobody could really figure it out. The design is something from Serbia called Čardak or Kotarka. So that's what it is. It's a corn silo slash hay bale silo. So that's what I made it. But yeah, these are quite traditional, and I decided to form it after one myself. So I think it looks pretty good. Okay, the next thing, and this is the one that took us literally the longest and thousands of hours to make, is this. This is our massive workshop. We have 2 towers that stole all our power. So, let me show you. You see all of these storage boxes? Well, this is all automatically sorted. So, as you can see, also the crates upstairs. So this all automatically sorts. You come up here, you dump whatever in your inventory, like pine logs, pine, or whatever. You can just dump it, which this was very important to me, because I hate sorting stuff. I hate putting everything in a proper chest. I hate it. I do not want to do it ever. Just let me dump my stuff so I can grab another stuff and go work on another project, right? Don't make me sort everything and waste time on that. So that's why I designed, and there is a tutorial on my channel about how to make a sorting system. But this is a massive one. This is the biggest sorting system that I ever made and anyone else has ever made in vanilla, for sure. I don't think anyone else ever made a sorting system, period. But in vanilla, this big sorting system is insane. Look at it. That is so much copper. This literally thousands and thousands of thousands and thousands of copper ingots, all by hand, smashed on an anvil to make chutes. So as you can see, chutes you can only make with smithing. So imagine thousands and thousands, and each one of these takes at least 2 to 3. Like the T-shaped chutes, I think. Let's see. So chute. So the ones we used is elbow 3-way chute, a T chute, which all takes 3, and an L chute, which takes 2, and some straight chutes, which also take 2. But yeah, each of them take 3-way ones take 3 ingots. So this is massive amounts of copper. Powered at a slow speed, because the speed of the Archimedes screw literally does not matter. Full explanation is on my channel, but quick explanation here is, you know how when you shift something in a chest that is full, and it can only go to the same stacks? Well, that's basically it. You fill everything with at least one item, and then the chutes will automatically sort stuff. And when they're full, they will go to the next, and so on and so forth. Archimedes screws are made to move items up, so that's that. And then all the crates at the back, like the ones connecting the chutes and stuff, is literally just so I can save on copper. It was so much copper. It took so much copper, I had to save somewhere, and I saved everywhere where I could, right? So I'd save on every chute that would be elbow chute, if it was possible. So, as you can see, this chest here as well is because if you have like multiple people with full inventories, they'd have to empty it, and while the items are being sorted, it's very slow. So I would add like several chests at the back, so they would fill in, so you could like empty your inventory, right? If you really just needed to empty your inventory right this moment, you could just come back here and just empty them into one of these chests, and they would sort stuff out. So yeah, all of these chests at the back are the chests I showed you earlier at the front. So all the crates are basically there to save space, honestly. Not save space, just to save me on work and on the copper ingots, right? Because chutes don't need copper to extract stuff out of the chests. They're perfect for this. So I do hope in the future, with the next update, they will give us something that can make not that we can make chutes easier would be nice, but more important, like pouring chutes. If we could pour chutes, that would be good, because they're a very simple shape. Look at it; it's a simple shape. If we could pour it into a mold, I would be ecstatic. Because making this again by hand, God, I don't know if I could, honestly. So yeah, these are all the windmills hidden in the towers, and they generate our power. And while it's super windy, I want to show you something. I'm gonna show you this. So this is our speed selector on the hammers. So you can select slow speed, which is still decently fast if there's blowing, but you can turn on like 2 at the same time. And then you turn that off and turn on the second speed. And that is like super fast. Like it's decently fast. It's not too fast. It's not gonna break anything, but it's still decently fast. And we needed to because we had so many people living here that sometimes they just needed to do it at the same time. And then the mega speed. I don't know if it's gonna work. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't have enough power right now to run them all. So while it looks like it's not moving, it's actually moving at a hyper speed where the game cannot capture it. And if you just put an ingot here or whatever, it will just finish it in a second. So while it's windy, I'm gonna attempt to do that. I'm just gonna make like meteoric iron plate. Yeah, why not? But yeah, because the power comes all the way from over there, it does have like huge losses. So while this is heating up, I'm gonna show you around. So this is our workshop forge area. This was built before the kiln over there, so somebody else built it while I was away. But yeah, we make quite a bit for you. So we have four furnaces, like cementation furnaces, and they're there to make a stack of steel at the same time. So each has 16, so that's 32, and 2 of them is 64. And material they're all tier 3, so material for that took us quite a while to get as well. We also have, just to fill some space at the end, some coke ovens, as you can see. And then I was working on a design and redesigning this constantly, so this was never finished either. But this one was more finished, I think. This one, I decided on this at the end. So this one was basically finished. So I really like this one, so I wanted to keep it and finish it completely, like both rails, but I never did because there was so much stuff to do. Like, these entire beams and everything were supposed to be chiseled and look like the I-beams, like the steel I-beams, which is exactly why I took andesite, because it's the most closest block that looks like metal, right? And this is supposed to be like a foundry thing that pours metal out, but I also never finished that. Okay, this is hot enough. Cool. So we select the plate, and there you go. It's literally done in seconds. And when we were making like a bunch of plays and stuff like that, you can go there. Because we needed like lots of lanterns at the same time, that speed was necessary. Also, working through the iron, that speed was absolutely necessary. However, in the new update they're gonna make, well, they showed that gears are smoking when going this fast, but I think they're just gonna make them break, which is unfortunate, because I really believe this is necessary. However, another way to deal with that is just make a bunch of, like, multiple anvils and, like, 10 hammers in a row, all working at, like, low speed. So, instead of working one at a time really fast, you're just working at 10 of them at the same time. So, hopefully that all works out in the end. But yeah, this is our anviling area. It's not original, so this is where we would make tools and we would store them in here. So you can just, whenever you're working on something, you can just grab one quickly and go. But also somebody seems to have stolen some of the stuff from here. I don't know how, because I thought I claimed everything, but clearly I did not. These are just all fires made in a like furnace thing. I'm really fond of this. I think it looks pretty cool. This how it could have looked. It looks pretty cool. So it's all like fireplace when you need to cook stuff like quicklime for mortar or whatever, because you see this all took like a lot of bricks. Yeah, considering this was all built in my... Oh yeah, especially the blister steel. Imagine heating up all this blister steel and just hammering that. That takes literally seconds. So you just sit there with and click right click and it's like done in seconds. This is Ram. He's a guardian of this place. He's asleep right now, but don't judge him. This is where an anvil used to be, so you could hit like multiple stuff at once and work on an anvil in here, and then you can come here and just extinguish them. I think I found is if you stand right here, if you aim at here, like at the cursor over there, and you throw something, so it goes all the way back, and the water slowly pushes it. It goes from 1000 degrees to 0 degrees by the time it reaches you back. So this is why this one is like that. So we built next to the archives because we wanted to farm Jonas parts and temporal gears from the boss. So Jonas parts you farm from the locust in the room. I'm gonna go to that actually. You go to the kitchen in archives, and then you look for this room. Okay, and this locust is always in that room. So sometimes you can, if you have a spear, which I do not, but sometimes you can reach it with a spear through here, and it always respawns here every 14 minutes. So you can farm Jonas parts. Okay, just be careful. And it always drops Jonas parts. So this is how we farm our Jonas parts. We have literally the most Jonas parts on the server. Yeah, that's how you farm Jonas parts before they added double-headed drifter guaranteed to drop it in a temporal storm. So we would come every 40 minutes in here, and we would kill that guy, and then every 7 in-game days, you would have to come, and you can come and fight the boss. It takes a while, it really does, to get all the Jonas parts, farming every 40 minutes, but it's the best. It was the best way, and you get like ton of Jonas parts. So that's how we were farming our temporal gears to fix all the translocators and stuff. Is from the storms or like just through the archives, and that's how we fixed the translocator that goes all the way to spawn. I think that's the thing we spend most of our time on. I'll be honest. Like out of all the projects that you see around, like all the mountains being cleared, all the stuff. So like the mountains was, you can see the mountain was basically up to here. And that's removed, and it was like super tall. It was like world height tall. So we removed all of that, and I think that's impressive on its own. But out of the all things that we spent time on, like fixing the translocator, is I think the one we spent the most time on. I'll be honest. Anyway, that's gonna be it from me. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.